Yes, you already know what it is. Two of the best bad guys in the biz. I go Key.
What up, y'all?
And we are your fourth word on the street. Let's get it.
All right, bro. First subject. It happened Money in the Bank night. This fella named Velveteen Dream posted a video, and he says Seth Rollins steals all of his gimmicks, bro. How you feel about that?
Wait, hold on. I know who Velveteen Dream is. I remember him. He got fired from the WWE because of a lot of domestic violence that was against him. But it turns out that he was acquitted.
Yeah.
That he was found out guilty, and he's clamoring to get his job back.
Yes, sir.
Well,
not the best way to get your job back, but you know.
No, but I don't understand by him saying that Self is stealing his gimmicks, and like in what way does he steal?
Not necessarily stealing his gimmicks, but has always stolen gimmicks. You know, I think he did say the Messiah might have been stolen from Velveteen Dream. I don't know who this Velveteen Dream guy was, except for just seeing that. But now he's stealing Roman's gimmick with the wise man and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see that, but why would you not want Paul Heyman in your corner? You know, you're always going to be at the top of the business when Paul Heyman's there. But
yeah,
he seems very upset about the whole situation. So you think Seth is stealing gimmicks to get by?
I think I don't like Franklin, but I'm not going to sit here and put that on that man like that. You know what I'm saying? He may steal some of the likeness, but I don't think he's really stealing anything because I ain't seen nobody come out there dressing like him. Shit.
I was going to say the same thing, bro. Ain't no one coming out there. Maybe Jesse Ventura back in the day a little bit, you know, with the boas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But I mean, I don't know. I think Velveteen Dream is just looking for his way to get back to be relevant again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not the best way to talk shit about one of the biggest stars in WWE, bro.
Yeah.
Not a good strategy on my side, but you know what I'm saying?
Not a good strategy at all.
Bro, and then your boy Booker T talking about his boy R-Truth. And he agrees that he needs to be a world champion. Something to the effect of like Mankind winning back in 1999. I don't think it's good for WWE for have R-Truth as a champ, bro. I don't think it works. Because once you win the belt, then what do you do?
Right. Well, if they are going to try to put the strap on Ron Killings, they better do it now.
Yeah.
While it's hot. The pot is hot.
Yeah. So
I don't see this again. I said it in the weekly review, bro. WWE fans' attention span is very short. Okay, it's like these new fans, bro. It's like I said, it's the old school fan versus the new school fan, and I feel like the new school fans is using like they are trying to be a part of the show. Like when we was growing up, we enjoyed the show. We wasn't trying to hijack the show.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of hijacking going on lately with these fans. And
that's my other word on the street. It's heard that Triple H is not a fan of these fan takeovers, bro. He's not. He don't like it.
Of course not.
He don't like it.
Of course not.
Because it's not his.
You know
booking.
why he doesn't like it?
It's not his booking.
Well, not only is not his booking, he still got his bosses now.
Mm-hmm.
And if the people from the higher up saying, "Man, what's going on?" With like they are upset and this, then the third, you know. And again, I'm gonna tell you something right now, bro. For Nick Khan to override Triple H's decision to bring back Ron Killings, I guarantee that shit don't set well with him.
Yeah, but a lot of people, man, I want to know whose decision it was to cut R-Truth, because some people are saying it's Nick Khan and some people are saying it's Triple H. And I think it's a combination of both. Like, hey, man, who aren't we going to use in upcoming storylines? And the way, we'll call him Ron Killings now. I'll try not to say R-Truth. The way R-Truth lost to JC Mateo, it looked like there was nothing further planned for, R-Truth.
Right.
So we'll see how they book this Ron Killings, man. Boy up here cutting his hair. I just saw a clip of him yelling at Dave LaGreca on Busted Open, bro. He was just going off. Why you tell me to cut my hair? Ain't no one know me. I know me. And he's like, I'm not angry, though. I'm not angry.
Oh, shit. I gotta see that, man.
Yeah, it was Dave LaGreca and Natalia were on there, and R-Truth was going ham on him. Where like we just talked about it on WWE Review. Where does he go? Where does Ron Killings' feud go? Because Cena looks a little preoccupied. And I don't see him winning the championship. I could see him helping someone beat John Cena for a championship. You know what I mean?
I mean, we already seen that already low key with Money in the Bank.
did,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
did.
So, like I said before, if they do put the strap on him, it's going to be a short reign. Like he'll lose it the next week type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He'll be a champion for 7 days, maybe 2 days, maybe 2 weeks at the most.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know how Truth. Oh, I mean, damn. I don't know how Killing's winning this title. How does that correlates and mixing with these storylines?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just don't see it.
We can't call him Truth though, because he said, "I am the truth, not our truth, the truth." You know. So help him.
He just.
You know,
he just rehashed his old TNA gimmick. That's all.
Yeah,
he did.
it was a good promo though. It was a good promo on Raw, bro.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah. People, he's always been good on the mic.
Yeah,
Ron Killings. You know what I mean? He's always been great on the mic, man.
Yeah.
We'll
see where this development of this character goes, bro.
Since Ron Killings has been so popular, I guess on our timeline we pop up these old videos from like TNA, right?
Yeah.
And it was Road Dogg, Jesse James, interviewing Ron Killings. And the first question that Road Dogg asked him, he said, oh, "Why do I like fried chicken?" He was like,
God
"What?
Damn, bro.
What'd you say to me, bro?" You gotta watch. This is real shit.
God damn, bro. Shit was
like,
wild back in
you don't like fried chicken?
Hey, Road Dogg's the one that got Truth into the WWE too. He's the one that like saw one of his matches and was like, "You need to come, bro. You come into the WWE, bro." And our Road Dogg.
Oh no. Road Dogg, before he went back to, okay, I'm gonna say this. The later years of TNA, there was a group called 3 Live Crew. It was Conan, Road Dogg, and Ron Truth Killings. Later on down the line, when I started watching TNA, like it was on Spike TV, it was the VKM, which stood for Voodoo Ken Mafia. But if you really break down VKM, that's Vincent Kennedy McMahon. It was a play on.
Oh shit!
It was him and Billy Gunn. There was a group called the Voodoo Ken Mafia, but the VKM, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Ron Killings left that TNA, and then he showed up on WWE TV. That's when he went on this great run. He came in as a face, singing to the crowd, "What's up?" and shit. And then all of a sudden he turned heel, and he had a long feud with John Cena for the U.S. Championship, which was great stuff, bro. And then Road Dogg came back to the WWE. So I don't know what report came out with that, because R-Truth was in the WWE back before Road Dogg was.
Yeah. Maybe it was Road Dogg getting him in TNA. Maybe that's what it was.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it was.
Probably.
But
oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. You might be right, because maybe it was Ron. I forgot Ron Killings had 2 stints with WWE. He came like in the around the Ruthless Aggression Attitude Era. You know that period where it was like leaving out from the Attitude Era, going into the Ruthless Aggression Era.
Yeah.
Raw Truth was on there, because I think I saw a video with him and fucking Road Dogg spitting a rap together. Or some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe that was probably when he told him to come to WWE.
Yeah.
But then both of them eventually left to go to TNA.
Yeah. Bro, they saying someone's returning on Monday Night Raw. Have you seen it yet? Bill Goldberg is going to be on this episode of Monday Night Raw, bro. And you know who he's going after, bro. You know who he's going after. The Ring General, Gunther, bro. How you feel about this? We're getting Night of Champions, Gunther versus motherfucking Bill Goldberg? Is that happening, bro?
No, not Night of Champions.
You don't think so?
Night of Champions can't happen.
I think it's kind of weird if it does happen, because I saw the word on the street that Bill Goldberg wants to have his last match in Israel, being the Jewish fellow that he is. And for him to have his last match in Saudi, little different, little bumping of the head sometimes between those two countries. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be interesting. But Bill Goldberg's been paid by the Saudis before that terrible match with the Undertaker over there at one of the crown jewels. So, man, there's been some bad matches in Saudi, bro. Undertaker's been a part of 2 of them. Undertaker, Goldberg, terrible match because Goldberg got concussed.
That was awful.
Yeah,
that was awful.
And then the other awful one was HBK Triple H versus Kane and Undertaker, bro. That shit was terrible, bro.
That was awful. At one point, I think I heard Shawn Michaels mouth this. He was in the corner. He was like, "Oh, why the hell did I do this? Why did I come back? Like, what is this? What the fuck?" And for the money, they paid him good money,
Bro,
But
yeah.
nah, bro. But that Goldberg and Undertaker match, that was the worst
Yeah.
match I've ever seen.
Do you
That was
think
so bad.
will a Gunther Goldberg match be good? Would you, man, there's on our scale 1 to 10, if you had to guess what a Gunther Goldberg match is going to be, what do you think you would rate it? I think
I got 5
it would
on it.
struggle to give
I
it
got
a
5
7.
on it.
Yeah.
I got 5 on it.
I was like, I think it struggles to get to 7, bro. 7 out of 10, it'd be hard to get there with Gunther and Goldberg, bro.
Well, it's not going to be a long match. Okay.
Oh, hell no.
So let's get this out the straight, because somebody's been reporting some false narratives, because I seen a report that said Goldberg has injured his quad, his shoulder,
his
trying to
arm,
work out,
his
trying to get back in
eyeball,
shape.
everything.
I was like, what the fuck?
He's injuring his left earlobe. Everything's hurt, bro.
and then I seen Goldberg tweet out something saying, "I'm almost there. I'm feeling better than ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gaining weight." Like,
yeah.
I don't know, bro. I guess I don't know which one to believe.
Yeah.
So, but I would definitely was against them having this last match at Clash of Champions. I mean, Clash of the fucking
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions. I said Clash of Champions, WCW shit.
Yeah.
I really think Goldberg needs to have his last match in the A.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On Saturday Night Main Event.
That'd be awesome. But let's see. Okay, so this is another theory I kind of think, because a lot of people online want Goldberg to win the belt. And I'm like, guys, it's his last match. It's his last match. He said one more. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give him the belt. He's going to go on. But what if he wins the belt from Gunther, and then you hear, burn it down? And that's the Money in the Bank cash on Goldberg.
Well, I don't think they put the title on Gunther just for Goldberg to come and take it back off him.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy, but
that's good.
WWE gave motherfucking Jey Uso a 51-day run. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, come on, let's keep it a book, bro. I told you this before. Even if he wins the championship, it ain't gonna be a long run.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I already knew this.
Yeah,
he's not that type of. You can say main event in front of his name all you want to, bro, but he ain't main event, bro.
Nah.
He ain't. He's upper mid card. That's what his. Let's keep it a fucking buck. I don't know why people. Yay, bro. He's upper mid card esque.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong being upper mid card either.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, because shit, all time greats before he became a fucking main eventer at WCW, when he was in WWE, fucking Razor Ramon was an upper mid carder.
Yeah.
Before he became Scott Hall and went to WCW, was a main eventer.
Yeah.
So I'm saying there's nothing wrong with being look, Owen Hart, upper mid carder.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Never won the big
Chris
belt.
Benoit,
Never won the big
upper mid carder.
But Benoit won the belt. Benoit won the belt.
But it doesn't make you a main eventer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, main event person is people like Roman, with or without the belt.
Cody.
Yeah. You got to put him. Hogan, main event.
Cena.
You got to put him in there. Cena.
Punk.
You got to put him in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are like main event stars. AEW got a plethora of them motherfuckers. Will Ospreay, Swerve, MJF. Those are main event players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you have like the upper mid carders, and that's what Jay is. Jay is an upper mid carder, bro.
Yeah.
He was never a main event type of person.
Now, if you put him back with his big bro, Big Jim, that's a tag team that can be main eventers. Yep. Because they main evented WrestleMania. That don't happen too often, you know. Tag team titles.
That's very true.
Yeah.
But we talking about Solo?
Solo. Man.
I mean, like him being Solo away from his brother.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Jay.
Yeah.
Not so much, bro.
Yeah. And we might get a debut tomorrow night on SmackDown. Speaking of Solo, they might be adding. You know who they adding, bro? Hikuleo. Hikuleo, bro. He is rumored to be coming back Friday Night SmackDown tomorrow. Or not coming back, period, to join JC Solo Hikuleo. How you like it, bro?
So he's going to be debuting on SmackDown.
That's what they're saying. That's the word on the street, as we say here,
and
bro.
They're going to pair him up with the Solo Squad, right?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Okay. Well,
how you like that?
I mean,
I'm excited. He's been signed for goddamn a year now. You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes perfect sense. I mean, shit, why not? I mean, shit, he lost to Jacob, so replace him with Hikuleo. You know what I mean? My question: where is Tama?
Oh,
Where's,
they got injured, both of them, bro.
Oh, he got injured.
Yeah, he got
okay.
injured in the last match. So I'm excited to see him come back, you know? Yeah.
Full strength.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, though.
The other
I'm
one can stay, bro. The other one can stay. Tongaloa
No,
can
he needs to
stay
come back,
gone,
too.
bro.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, bro. I think it's going to be a civil war
Oh, yeah.
within them. It's going to be the Tongans versus the Samoans, bro. I guarantee I can see this happening. Because all three of them are brothers.
Yeah.
They're brothers for real.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see them three teaming up, the Tongan brothers and Hikuleu.
Yeah.
They all take them up, and they go against Solo and fucking JC Cobb and fucking that's it.
Yeah. Well,
And it's gonna make Solo have to reach back out to the Usos.
oh,
It's gonna
that'd be
make
nice.
Solo have to reach back out to
with
Jacob
his brothers,
Fatu,
with his brothers,
and his family. You know what I'm saying? So
because your boy Zilla Fatu did a little tweet online or whatever and shouted out Jacob, and he said, "Hey, bro, you got my number, bro. So what if we get Jacob and Zilla forming a little fraction over here, and we got Solo's new crew? That'd be kind of cool to see. If Zilla shows up, because Mo, that motherfucker didn't show up to Deep South Wrestling. You know what I mean?
listen,
You
I'm gonna
know
tell
what I
something.
mean?
Look, Zilla, this is the main reason why he hasn't been called up yet. They said he still have a lot of growing to do.
Yeah.
And the way they said growing, it wasn't like he needs to work on his ring moves. It's more like his professionalism needs to.
Yeah.
He needs to get better in that area.
Because he can go in the ring, bro. He can go in the ring.
Yeah, he can go.
Yeah.
But that no call, no show shit, bro.
Yeah. Suspect, my guy.
Suspect, man.
Suspect. But I would love to see Zilla in the ring anywhere because he can go, bro. He can go.
Yes, he definitely can.
Yeah.
And he can good on the mic. Look just like his dad.
Yeah. He does a better, like the fucking flying thumb thing that he does, the flying Samoan spike. That shit's clean, bro. That shit is
super
clean,
Samoan spike. That's what they call it.
All right, bro. Here we go. Matt Riddle's in an interview, bro. Did you see this? This, bro?
Go ahead.
My boy Matt Riddle talking mad shit about CM Punk. And people are like, oh, well, he never worked with CM Punk. He didn't say that. He said he's a handful backstage to deal with. And Matt Riddle said his boys in WWE right now say that CM Punk is still a handful to deal with backstage.
Yeah.
How much truth do you think it is? Because
I believe him.
the higher ups say CM Punk's been nothing but a saint since coming back.
Nah.
But you can't change. What is it? Old people can't, whatever the saying is, can't turn a dog new. I don't know what the saying is, but people don't
can't
change.
teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
He ain't doing that. You think he's still a handful backstage?
Listen, I can tell you right now. I'm telling you he's a handful. Because he was a handful everywhere he goes, bro.
Yeah.
You understand? He was a handful in AEW. And guess what happens, bro? He ain't AEW no more. And the locker room is at an all-time, the morale is all-time high. It's peaceful back there. Everybody get along with everybody.
Yeah, that's what they say.
You get CM Punk out the fucking way and see what happens, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's wrong with Punk, bro. For him to be a veteran and he feels he has to act certain type of ways, or he's deserving of a couple things. And let me tell you something. Let's keep it a buck. When CM Punk went on that run in the summer Punk 2012, and he was going against the establishment, and his gripe was, you give John Cena everything, you put him on, everything, this, and then the third. But he failed to mention and failed to realize that he won Money in the Bank twice before that shit.
Yeah.
And he was the World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
He was the World Heavyweight Champion at one time.
Yeah.
This is when he was CM Punk with the long hair, the fire still burns. And, when he came out to that. Bro, they was featuring him. Paul Heyman personally took him from the Raw roster and put him on the ECW, which was on Sci-Fi Channel. That era of ECW was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy bad. Nah.
Yeah.
But he still tried to build that show around CM Punk, made him a main eventer. CM Punk was getting crazy pops. When he won Money in the Bank, he got crazy pops, bro. CM Punk was being featured on the front line when he had the Straight Edge Society.
Yeah.
Serena Deebs used to be in that, but she shaved her head bald. And Luke Gallows, a.k.a. from the Good Brothers, they was in that same faction.
Yeah.
So, in a way, the Rebel / Punk, I loved his promos and understood it, but one thing I always questioned was like, why he act like he never got no opportunities?
He was ungrateful to wrestle Undertaker at WrestleMania, bro. That's like if you're not in the main event, the next best match when there wasn't 2 nights was wrestling the fucking Undertaker, bro.
Because the streak wasn't broken yet.
Yeah. That was a huge draw at WrestleMania. You're in the second biggest match at WrestleMania, but you're mad you ain't in the main event.
Listen, I happen to record that. This is thing in IWC. I've heard it. I can't believe it too, bro. It's like, what? People are saying the Undertaker was overrated, bro. I swear to you, I know, bro. Right.
Crazy,
right,
bro. Crazy.
Right. When I first heard that, I said, bro, what is wrong with your ass, bro? Are you serious?
I feel like Undertaker's on everyone's Mount Rushmore. We just don't put him on the Mount Rushmore because it's known. He's one of the he's up. You know what I'm saying? You can't say this man's over. Bro, 20 plus year career. Get out of town. He was in every era of wrestling, bro.
Yeah.
He even made appearance in this TKO area at WrestleMania 40. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah. That's asinine. That's crazy talk right there.
Is that because he had someone on his podcast that people don't like?
Maybe. But politics shouldn't have nothing to do with what he did in the ring. I don't understand why they're mixing the two. But like I said, bro, maybe CM Punk had that same sentiment. Like, bro, I'm wrestling the Undertaker. Like, bro, but you had the best match on the card, WrestleMania. That match him and Undertaker put on, it was great.
Banger,
it was
bro.
fucking great.
Yeah.
So again, yes, Matt Riddle, I believe him.
Yeah.
I believe him, bro.
And crazy, Matt Riddle is really a UFC fighter. Like he can actually go. He can actually do MMA, unlike CM Punk.
He said CM Punk can't fight.
Yeah, he can't. We saw it. We saw CM Punk in UFC. He got his ass beat, bro.
Was it Mickey? Mickey, what's his name?
I forget, bro. I forget.
Nicky, it was Nicky something. He whooped his ass within the first round, bro.
Done,
tore
son.
his ass up.
Done, son. Shit's crazy, bro.
Tore his ass up.
Yeah.
Bro.
Crazy, bro.
Bro, I'm not going to be fronting with you, bro. I'm going to tell you something, bro.
Yeah.
I was so fucking hyped, bro. I watched that fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know, said online streaming. He came out the cult of personality, bro. Me being a huge wrestling fan, I was like, hell yeah. Punk. Give him the business. That motherfucker said, ding, ding, ding. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Dana White said, not doing that again. Not doing that again.
What the fuck? Yeah. It was done in round 1, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Like, at least like when Brock Lesnar came to UFC, Brock Lesnar was a national champion wrestler, bro. And like a lot of people like the Rogans and say he's like, wrestling is the best base to go into UFC with. You know what I'm saying? CM Punk was only a fucking professional wrestler. Like, that's all CM Punk ever did, bro.
Listen, let me tell you this. It's fine. Brock Lesnar was a national champion in wrestling. I mean, so was Shelton Benjamin, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you something. Brock Lesnar got genetics.
Yeah.
To be that big, to be that fast, and that strong, that's unheard of.
Yeah, bro.
So even if Brock Lesnar came straight from wrestling and he had no wrestling background, I still think he would have done the same thing he did in the UFC. How you can't? There is no
big. He's big.
Prepare for size.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This motherfucker's quick and strong.
Yeah.
And he's too damn big, bro. It's a perfect combination, bro. Yeah. There's no way that you beating somebody like that. I'm so sorry. So nah. CM Punk, nah, bro. Ain't nothing special about CM Punk. He ain't tall. He ain't strong. He ain't nothing. This motherfucker is a regular dude.
Yeah.
What Kevin Nash called that motherfucker? He said he like a short order cook for a Waffle House in Pikeville.
Shit's crazy,
like, damn, bro. Yeah.
All right, bro. So the word on the street, and this could just be internet backlash, is that Triple H is not a fan of LA Knight, and that's why LA Knight ain't getting these pushes, bro. How you feel about that?
Shit, I low key kind of believe that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Because look at LA Knight's face when he came out to Money in the Bank. See, remember when Triple H? I told you, I said Triple H said when he tells certain people who's gonna go over, and when they leave through the curtain, he said I can kind of feel like they don't agree with the call. I think LA Knight is one of those dudes, bro.
Yeah.
I think LA Knight is one of those dudes who overrate himself a little bit too much. just because of the crowd reaction. I think he thinks he should be.
He's one in my mind too. Again, that if he wins the belt, huge pop. But what do we do next? What do we do next with that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And my thing is, he did say in the first Money in the Bank when LA Knight lost, he said, good things happen to people who wait. But now it's been 3 years. He's 0 for 3 in ladder match or the Money in the Bank match. But you know what? Naomi was 0 for 5 until now she's 1 for 6. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So like to give criticism to the 0 and 3, I was like, there's been other people that have lost more in the ladder match, like Naomi, and now she's 1 for 6.
Okay. Yes, but Triple H did say that, but he did follow up with the championship match for LA Knight with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, people act like he wasn't in a title shot. You know what I'm saying?
That was the big good things come for good people who wait, whatever the fuck that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, let's keep it all the way 100. LA Knight is our guy. I fuck with the LA Knight, but I'm telling you right now, I can't lie and say that the boy still is as hot as he was a year ago. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not. I don't care how loud the crowd yells for the motherfuckers. That don't necessarily mean that you're over like that with everybody, bro, just because the crowd pops for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's take it for example. Liv, to me, I think Liv is over. But the last couple of nights when she came out, except for this past Raw, she got a good reaction. But the last couple of Raws, her reaction's been minimal.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, she didn't even get a ring entrance at one time on TV. She, you know what I'm saying? They come back from commercial, she's already in the ring.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan. So does that make Liv Morgan not that hot no more? No.
I think as soon as she gets inserted back into a bigger belt situation, the hype will be back. You know what I'm saying?
No. What I'm saying is she still has hype and she's still one of the main key players on Raw, definitely in the women's division. But I'm saying just because her pops wasn't as loud a couple of weeks back because there was different cities doesn't make her not still majorly part of the relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just because LA Knight's pops has been at some cities is more crazier than others, and people think, oh, he's still over. Yeah, he's over, but he's not as hot as he was. There's a difference between being over and being hot.
Yeah, that's true. Because
Jay is hot.
Because LA Knight is getting into a little, because he came out and cost Braun Breaker the King of the Ring tournament, hit him with that, BFT. Yeah. But the word on the street is LA Knight and Seth Rollins might be getting into a feud coming up, which I think will help LA Knight a lot. But before that, on Money in the Bank, before fucking Money in the Bank on Friday, he was wrestling Aleister Black. You know what I'm saying? I was like, he's in no storyline to even win the Money in the Bank briefcase. You know what I'm saying? Everyone that wins the Money in the Bank is in a good storyline. Naomi's in a good storyline. Seth's in a good storyline. Last year, Drew was in a good storyline. Tiffy was in a good storyline. LA Knight was in no fucking storyline coming into Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So why would they give him the Money in the Bank? That's just my theory. My theory.
Exactly. Well, I mean, yeah. Most people who win Money in the Bank are in the storyline.
Yeah. And
like major storyline.
Since we're talking about Money in the Bank, a lot of backlash online that, the PLE, just the entrance, the stage, it's just lacking. It's just a regular ass shit. Do you miss the days of the big extravagant, for every PLE, the Vince era, he would, you look at it from a picture, you can't tell if that's Money in the Bank, Raw, you can't tell what the fuck that is. Vince, you knew what the fuck that was. You know what I'm saying? You miss those days?
I do.
Yeah.
I do miss the customized stage based on the PLE. And hell, I miss the days where it was customized stage for the fucking Raw and SmackDown. They're like two different shows.
You know they look very similar now. You can't really tell. Yeah. It's minimal. It's saving money, bro. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
They need to bring back the fist one night for SmackDown, bro. The fucking fist coming at you, bro. Yeah. That shit was
UPN SmackDown era. Yeah.
That shit was crazy, bro. Yeah.
LA Knight, like I said, bro, I like him, and I understand a lot of people like him, but he just isn't as hot as he was, bro. Let's not lie and say look at the crowd reactions is good, but again, it's different between crowd reaction and being hot.
There's no continued storyline with LA Knight as of right now.
Prime example, our residential heel, Karrion Kross. He gets a great crowd reaction, and he's hot right now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a difference between the two.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, bro.
Triple H probably low-key don't like him.
Yeah. keeping up with Triple H, bro, our resident material getter, Vince Russo, says, bro, this is crazy. Vince Russo says that John Cena's last match, will be against none other than Triple H himself. Make that make sense, bro. Don't he got like, so he almost died, bro. He has like a heart condition. Don't this dude, Triple H?
Listen.
Bro, that Vince Russo said, he said, mark my tweet. Triple H will be John Cena's last match.
He can't, bro. He damn near died from some kind of heart aneurysm or some shit, bro. Like, how would that even be possible?
Bro, anything's possible when Vince Russo says it, big dog. I thought this was the craziest thing for John Cena's last match. I was like, Triple H.
Here goes another word on the street for your ass. Word on the street is, goddamn, Jonathan Coachman and Vince Russo is linking up. They do a podcast together.
They already got a podcast together, bro.
They already got a podcast together?
Yeah. They've been doing that. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, bro.
They've been doing that.
What's it called? Two Fools in a Tool? What is it called?
Always Wrong? That's what it's called.
Always Wrong.
Next week on Always Wrong. Tune in,
don't listen to us, but listen to us.
Yeah. Shit's crazy, bro. But with that being said, ain't no way Triple H is gonna be the last motherfucking. Ain't no way.
No. What's business sense with that bank anyway?
None.
You know what I mean?
None.
So no, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
If it happens, I'll be shocked. I'll say I apologize, Vince Russo. I apologize.
But you know who hasn't been too wrong? Hasn't been much wrong lately? Us.
Yeah, we've been kind of right.
On point.
Kind of right
about a lot of this shit.
And we gonna be right about Kane Cross being that surprise member in the King of the Ring.
I got a feeling.
It ain't no dragging off. It ain't dragging off. I'm sorry. But
no dragging off.
Let's switch to a little AEW, bro. So Warner Brothers is splitting up into two separate companies, but it's said to have no effect on AEW coming up. That's what they're saying. But they also say that these 4 hours, like we kind of touched on a little bit at the beginning of our AEW review, these 4-hour shows is because they are looking for a new spot to put the Collision in. Now, Collision is going back to Saturdays for a while, but is there any other day you'd like to see AEW on? I like Saturday. I think it gets a lot less views because it's the weekend. People are out. You're not at home watching television.
Yeah.
Thursdays, I feel like it's too close. Wednesday, Thursday, it's too close for like, it's like, bam, got to watch it. I just don't know where else you put them in. You're not going to put them on Monday nights against Raw. You're not going to put them on Friday nights against SmackDown. You know what I'm saying?
Put it on Tuesday nights.
But then that leads into Collision and then Dynamite. Then you feel like Collision is more of a. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about beginning of the week, I don't know, bro. I think Saturday nights is cool. I kind of fuck with the 4 hours, bro. I kind of fuck with it.
I do. I do too. It's easier for people like us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? we get one shot and we ain't gotta wait for another show.
Yeah.
But maybe if it ain't gonna be on Saturday, at least give us a Sunday night show. Give us a regular weekly
but then
Sunday night wrestling.
But then half the year you're competing with Sunday Night Football NFL, and that's gonna crush your ratings, bro. Crush your ratings. And then Thursday nights, you're gonna have Thursday Night Football. It's a tough. I would say you could move Dynamite to Tuesdays, Collision on Thursdays.
No, you gotta keep Dynamite on Wednesdays.
You think?
That's the staple. That's like moving Monday Night Raw from Monday.
Well, hey, bro, they moved SmackDown from Thursdays to Fridays a few times. You know what I'm saying?
That's SmackDown, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't touch Raw. We can do whatever we want to do with SmackDown.
Yeah.
You can't touch Raw. So the same thing with Wednesday is Dynamite. That's Dynamite Wednesday. That's what it is. Like I said, man, either put it on Tuesday or put them on Thursday.
Yeah.
Or
leave it on Saturday. Or leave it on fucking Saturday. It's all right there. It's all right. We'll watch it. I'll see it.
I will say, if they're going to do the 4-hour joint, maybe start an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Maybe start at 7 o'clock instead of 8.
Yeah. But so if they keep it on Saturdays, I kind of like it because I can, wake up on Sunday morning before I get my football in, watch a little wrestling, because football don't start till fucking 1 p.m. It takes forever here on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? So keep it on Saturdays. I work Saturday nights. wake up Sunday, watch a little wrestling, and then go into my NFL, you know? We'll see. I did hear way back when the word on the street was that WWE PLEs were going to start moving to Sundays because on
UFC.
Saturdays, UFC, and that's kind of what we ran into on Saturday. We had Money in the Bank, and then we had a UFC event, a big Sean O'Malley, you know. And everyone online was like, oh, WWE is going to end precisely at 10 because that's when the main card starts with UFC. And it didn't, bro. It went 30 minutes into UFC. I don't know how many crossover fans we really have with WWE and UFC. I know I'm a fan, but that card wasn't enough for me to spend $100 on, so I didn't buy it. But I don't know how much crossover there really is between UFC and WWE fans. But there is a crossover UFC shirt, UFC 316, baby. Get it while it's hot. Get it while it's hot.
Yeah, which is nobody. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I don't think there's too many crossover fans from either thing. Like, I don't think there's too many fans that watch UFC that likes pro wrestling. I don't think there's too many fans that watch pro wrestling like UFC, to be honest with you. So,
would you want to see WWE pay-per-views or PLEs go back to Sundays, or you like them on Saturdays?
I like them on Sundays for some reason. I like Sundays pay-per-views. It was something to look forward to at the end of the week, right?
Yeah.
Because you have Friday, Saturday, it's the weekend itself. Like, it's the weekend. Then you got Sunday night, you know what I mean? Because everything is slow motion around these parts, down South Georgia, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sundays is slow motion. Ain't really nothing cracking. A lot of stuff closes early on Sundays as well, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, hell, going back home, having a PLE to watch, it was great. Just like I said, a Double or Nothing, it's fucking great to have it on Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was nice.
It was great to have a PLB on pay-per-view on Sunday. So I like the Sunday pay-per-views. It's a tradition. I think you should go back to that.
Yeah. All right. So all in, bro. We have 3 matches announced. Which one right now, out of the 3, do you see main eventing? You got Okada, Omega, Mercedes Moné, Tony. We got Mox versus Cowboy shit. Which one, if you had to choose?
It's gonna be the Death Riders and Hangman. Like that's been the main storyline for AEW for almost a year now.
Yeah.
All right. So for that not to main event the biggest show, that'd be asinine.
No shot for Tony and Mercedes. Biggest women's match in maybe professional wrestling history, I would say. Champ versus champ, bro.
I don't think that's. You think that's enough to overdo Moxley, Death Riders, and Hangman?
Nah, I don't think it is. Because
that's what I'm saying.
I look for the ending of the match. I don't look for actually how's it ending.
Right. So again, I actually think that this match between Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm is just the beginning of probably something that's going to go longer, you know. But nah, it's got to be the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, it's got to.
We haven't seen that thing
with Cowboy
in over a year, bro.
Yeah, but we might not see it even longer, bro. We might not see that motherfucker, bro. I'm telling you, we might not see it, bro. People are getting their hopes up for Mox to lose, and I'm just like, I don't know if he is losing.
I don't know. I'll tell you what match should start the show.
Which one?
Kenny Omega and Okada.
Oh man, that start with a bang right there, bro.
I think they should start the show with that.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice, bro.
But it's AEW, bro. They're gonna have so many damn matches. Oh, and it's gonna be so fucking crazy.
This shit gonna be 5 hours, bro.
Yeah,
this shit gonna be 5 hours.
Might be 6 hours if you add in 0 hours.
Especially because it's starting at what, 3 p.m. Eastern?
3 p.m., bro.
Yeah, I might have to come home and watch it because I'll definitely be at whatever WWE event's going on that night for sure.
What's main event?
Was that Saturday night main event? Yeah, Saturday night main event, and then Evolution's on Sunday. Yeah. Great American Bash, NXT.
Ticket price is right. I'll go. If the ticket price ain't right, I'm watching at home. I ain't spending that kind of money. I ain't doing it, bro.
That cheddar cheese.
It's got to be right. The price has got to be right.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've been looking at them for two-day pass for Evolution and fucking Saturday night, bro. It's pretty penny.
I know. I'm like, release the single day tickets, man. I don't want to. I don't want the 2 day.
They want
pass.
you to do both.
Yeah, I know. They're fucking waiting till the last minute. Release that shit, bro. Single tickets. That's what I want.
Shit.
I might go to, if both are too expensive, I might hit that NXT event at Center Stage and then just go to Evolution on Sunday. We'll see though.
I'd rather go to main event and then NXT.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We'll see, bro. We'll see. All right, bro. This one's funny right here. Oh no, we'll stick with a little AEW WWE crossover. Mariah May is now Blake Monroe.
Monroe.
How you like the name change, bro?
It's okay. I'm more concerned with the swag jacking they doing from Tony Storm with fucking Mariah May, bro.
A little swag
Clear as
jack?
day. The Hollywood theme gimmick.
Well, they stole the. I saw a thing. It was that pop singer Sabrina Carpenter, if you will. I don't really know her, but like all that shit from Mariah May, or what is it, Blake Monroe, was very Sabrina Carpenter kind of did it. So I don't know if it's stealing from Timeless. We'll see. It is kind of gimmicky like Tony Storm, but she's got to add a few with Tony Storm. You know what I'm saying?
So that means she should steal her gimmick?
Hey, why not? Why not?
Shit.
We go.
Nah, bro.
We getting Blake Monroe is gonna be champ here real quick.
Oh, real quick. Blake, just the simple fact that her last name is Monroe. What other Hollywood actress is so popular? Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, I would have liked May
I mean?
Monroe. That would have been cooler. I think Blake Monroe is also a porn star too. So
get the fuck out of here.
I think I saw it. I don't know how true it was online, but I think it's a porn star, bro.
Damn.
So be careful when you searching Blake Monroe, fellas.
Watch out. Hey, little kids, be careful.
Yeah, be careful.
Make sure your Google safe is on. Shit. Pop up and see some titties or something
but
on accident.
This name's gonna be hard to get used to, I think, for a while for me. Because Mariah May just rolled off the tongue. You know what I'm saying?
They should have just called her Monroe.
Yeah.
Just one name.
Yeah. Or
May
Monroe. I like May Monroe. I like that one. But we'll see how it shakes down.
Yeah.
We'll see how it shakes down, bro.
Yeah.
We're getting bro. You saw this Mr. Iguana looking motherfucker, bro?
Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it.
Apparently this dude is coming to the main roster, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I don't want this gimmick in my WWE, bro. They was fucking beating up the little iguana doll in the fucking AAA match, bro.
What did I tell you? When you text me, did you watch World Class? I said I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah.
I watched the first match. I said this shit was goofy.
Yeah.
That was the word I used for that match.
And that goofy ass
goofy.
is coming to the main roster, bro.
Look, I don't have as much as I'm it's not for me. Like Mr. Iguana's not for me. But again, to the WWE fans that sit here and talk shit about Orange Cassidy in AEW. Now you get your own version of Orange Cassidy in the form of Mr. Iguana.
But Orange Cassidy ain't as bad as Mr. Iguana is, bro.
What you mean?
Orange Cassidy ain't that bad. He just put a little hand in his pocket. You know, that's about it. That's it.
Yeah.
What
about them
this
kicks,
motherfucker got a
them
stuffed
slow-ass
animal.
kicks?
Oh, yeah. Those stupid kicks. Yeah.
It's the same type of, like, these gimmicks, these over-the-top type gimmicks. You know what I'm saying? Orange Cassidy is the fucking sloth man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And fucking Mr. Iguana is the iguana man, but I mean he's fighting in the ring with a stuffed animal and shit. And they beating up. I don't know.
They say his merch sales are going crazy right now, bro. That's what they're saying.
Really?
Yeah.
So I guess the new fans that's coming into WWE right now, they are entertained and they like shit like that.
Yeah.
Right? But all this gives me flashbacks of the new generation.
Yeah.
If you know about the new generation, folks, it was very heavily over the top gimmick eccentric. You had a hog farmers, the Hogwins. There was hog farmers. There was wrestlers. We had Duke the Dumpster Grossly, who was a fucking garbage man, was a wrestler. We had Isaac Yankum DDS. He was a fucking dentist. He was a wrestler.
My boy Kane.
We had the professor, Shane Douglas.
Yeah.
He was a professor.
We had
wrestler.
Bray Wyatt's dad, IRS, bro. Yeah. We had Doink the Clown.
Mantar.
Doink the Clown.
We had Mantar. The motherfucker came out with a buffalo mask.
Yeah. Crazy, bro. Man. But all I'm saying, y'all are gonna regret cheering this guy. I don't think he lasts long, bro. No way. No way, so? Bro. I feel like WWE is more like realistic. You know, you got people like Cody. You know, it's more realistic characters.
Shit.
I can't think of a cartoonish character in WWE right now. Can you? I mean, El Grande Americano, as crazy as he is, he's still like a luchador, pretending to be a luchador. There's no even really mankind. The Wyatt Six.
The Sesame Street gang, bro. How can we not forget about the Sesame Street gang?
Bro. I said, Mr. Iguana teams up with the Wyatt Six.
Jesus Christ, no. No, there isn't any
Cartoonish
gimmicks in the WWE right now. The closest thing I can think of a cartoonish gimmick would be Pretty Deadly, the musical people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nah. Mr. Iguana is the first in a long time of this fucking cartoonish gimmicks in WWE. He's the first one. And he's only gonna get they're gonna sell little fucking dolls. They're gonna have the iguana. They're gonna sell that shit. T-shirts. More power to him.
Yeah,
we ain't knocking them, but I'm saying it ain't for us. It ain't for us.
So many good people in AAA. Vikingo. You had Octagon Jr. put on a good match. They're like, let's bring up that iguana motherfucker.
Yeah, he has a look. But he can go.
Yeah,
he does some.
He did some good stuff. He did some good stuff. I just
but
I don't like the gimmick, bro.
Just not for me, bro.
Bro, Cody Rhodes' new podcast, bro. He's got he had his wife Brandy on last week. He had your boy Damian Priest on this week, bro. They talk about the Bullet Club. Cody Rhodes stated the Bullet Club didn't start making real money till he joined the club, bro.
Oh shit.
Shots fired, bro.
And the Young Bucks. Oh,
Shots
fired at AJ Styles.
Bro,
wow.
He said they did a good job being the leaders, but the Bullet Club didn't make money till I got in.
Wow. I don't know much about the Bullet Club to confirm or deny what he said, but I mean, damn.
Yeah.
I do know enough to know that shit was existence way before he was even released from the WWE to even go to New Japan and become part of the Bullet Club.
You had the Tonga brothers in there too, but there was a lot of people in there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro. At one point, Tama, he was called the bad guy, and he was taking shots at Roman Reigns on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody is the money guy, though. He always looks at shirt sales, all that stuff. So it could be true. It could be true, bro. But crazy thing to say on your straight up podcast, bro. What do y'all want to talk about? He said, we want to talk about how I made that money.
Wow.
Crazy.
When I'm saying, to the fans, facts, props to the fans. When we posted a clip, NWO versus DX, which, by the way, was majority NWO.
Nah, I think it was DX, bro. I think it was DX.
I don't think so, bro. Let's talk about the fact that a lot of people said Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, a lot of people said the Click, too. I was like, guys, they weren't on TV. It don't count. They were never a faction on TV. That shit don't count, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I got two more. This one's quick. Seth Rollins getting some new music, I hear, from a huge musical artist. Hopefully it's not Travis Scott, but he's getting some new music. And then Braun Breaker's also getting some new music by Limp Bizkit.
Fred Durst and them. Yeah, I heard that. I don't think that's true, though.
You don't think so?
It was a rumor. Nah, I think it's a rumor.
Yeah.
I think it's a rumor. But Seth Rollins getting new music.
He needs new music. He needs the crowd to stop singing the fucking song, bro. It doesn't make him believable as a heel with the whole crowd still fucking basically cheering for him.
But that just proves my point even more.
Yeah.
So when he comes out, the crowd is singing the song, but then when he starts talking, they booing the shit out of him, right?
Yeah.
Like, bro, kill this shit.
They stop the music, the crowd keeps singing it. I'm like, guys, you're not supposed to do that for him. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Kill it.
Yeah.
Kill this whole gimmick of his. They need to have some darker theme. You know what I mean? When he gets back babyface, then he can put the shit back on and shit. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, for what he's trying to do and what they're trying to make this group so menacing, it doesn't fit the persona.
Not at all. Not at all. I thought they would change it right away, but they haven't.
I did too.
Yeah,
I did too. Just to prevent the fans for singing along, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
They're like, no, we like this singing. Well, Seth probably likes this singing. Good weekend for the Rollins household, though. You got Becky Lynch winning the belt. Seth Rollins winning the briefcase. They're happy. Yeah. They're happy.
Great household.
My last one, bro. Eric Bischoff. He says he never puts it out of consideration when it comes to Vince McMahon. And he says there is a chance that Saudi and Vince McMahon can afford to buy WWE back. My question to you is, though, do you think Saudi buying WWE would be better or worse than TKO? Because I guarantee we ain't getting no WrestleManias in America. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of things changed with Saudi buying, bro.
It does, but if Vince McMahon's going to be involved, I'm pretty sure there's going to be even. I don't see Vince McMahon doing everything, definitely as much as Vince McMahon loves America.
Yeah.
Like, he loves this country. And I don't see them doing too many things. Now, they might do a couple of things more than they normally do over there because they are part of the partners and they bought WWE. But just to kind of take it and strictly strip it from the States, I don't see that happening.
Because they're getting already 3 PLEs. We're getting Royal Rumbles there next year. That's out of America now already. That sucks, you know?
Yeah.
We get fucking Crown Jewels coming later this year. We get Night of Champions already. Like, man, I think if they buy, do you think, would it be better or worse than TKO?
Like I said, if Vince McMahon's involved, it's going to be better.
But, I mean, Vince McMahon old as shit, bro. How much time this man got? Like, he's 80-something. High 80s?
I'm saying, what I'm telling you is, whatever's going on between the households of Vince and Triple H, whatever these rumors are that ain't speaking, whatnot, I guarantee you, if TKO is out the frame, Triple H will still be in the fold.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's still going to be in the fold. It's just that while Vince is still alive and kicking, until he says, you know, I'm really, really done by his own volition, not because he's getting pushed out.
Yeah.
Then he's going to hand it over to Triple H. And if that's the case, then it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
Because word on the
I think it's going to be better than TKO, because maybe TKO ain't, you know, maybe the Saudis ain't going to be so money hungry like TKO.
They won't need to put sponsors, but I mean, you'll have the Riyadh season up there, but they don't really need. They're richer than the richest people in the world, but you know what I'm saying? Loaded. And the word on the street is Vince really isn't happy with the product at WWE right now. He ain't like it.
I bet so.
Yeah.
I bet.
He's like, why isn't Austin Theory champion? God damn it. That was my boss. Yeah. That was my guy.
Yeah. Well, but it looks like Austin Theory and the Grayson Waller, that's just about to happen any day.
Oh, man, that's going to be a huge pop, bro. That's going to be a huge pop, bro. That's going to be amazing. But, man, I'm selfish, so I want all the main PLEs to stay in America. I want every PLE in America. I want as many chances for me to go to shows as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
And I ain't taking those 17-hour, $1,000 plane ride.
No, we ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Not for no damn PLE. I ain't doing that at all.
I bet I get drunk over there and get thrown in jail, bro.
Bro, you can't do nothing over there.
Yeah,
bro.
You can drink in Dubai. Some of the clubs and stuff, they sell alcohol now. Yeah, they turning over. They need that, you know. But
it's too many restrictions over there for me, sir. So
and what's and I feel like the women in the Royal Rumble, they all gonna have to not wear what they want to wear. They're gonna have to cover all that skin up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Full body suits for you, man. That's what it's going to be. Hey, I mean, a couple years back, it was worse. They said had them wear T-shirts.
So that shit was terrible, bro. That shit was terrible.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, bro. You got anything to add?
Shit. Nothing more than just this right here. Just at what point something's been bothering me a lot, and I've seen it and I've seen it again. I don't like the fact that we're not expected to have an opinion about something we watch, bro. And it's getting to the point to now other podcasters, other, streamers are saying, did you take a bump? I don't think so. So it's like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To tell someone that they can only judge wrestling and give wrestling opinions about something they watch only if they take a bump. That's just like telling a motherfucker, oh, you never played football, so how can you sit here and talk?
Or that's like
football?
saying, don't worry about politics. You've never been a politician.
Perfect. That's even perfect. That's even perfect.
Because everyone has an opinion on politics. Everyone does, and you're allowed to
because it affects us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So if I'm paying money, buying merch, I'm an avid watcher of any of the product of pro wrestling.
Yeah,
don't that kind of make us part of the community?
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. If we saw how wrestling was without the fans during the COVID era. That was some of the worst shit I ever seen in my life.
That was terrible. I remember turning it on a couple times. I was like, ooh, this shit is garbage.
It's bad.
They threw Rey Mysterio off a roof.
Yeah.
They had Otis win Money in the Bank.
Bro. They're running in the offices and shit, doing little vignettes. I'm like, bruh. So I'm saying I don't think it's right. I think you can be able to judge and criticize as much as you fucking want.
Yeah.
Whether people take it for serious or people saying they agree, they don't, they don't. Who gives a fuck? But to sit here and say that because we never took any bumps, why can we? How can you make choices for the wrestlers? We're not making choices for the wrestlers. We're just fucking
We're
giving
stating our opinions. Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's if you take our opinions as word life, then that's on you. That's a you problem. That ain't us, bro. That's why our show is called Word on the Street. If you don't know about Word on the Street, it's a fucking rumors. That's all it is. Word on the Street is shit.
I used to say all the time, we could be wrong or right. I don't fucking know, but we gonna talk about it.
That's it. But it's one thing for Triple H to say it, but it's another one we have fellow podcasters and other streamers saying that, repeating that same bullshit.
For sure, bro.
Fuck out of here. That's it, bro.
All right, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. We on Spotify, YouTube. New episodes weekly, y'all. Peace.
Deuces.